It's all good. Good morning and welcome to day 10 practice of gratitude. I'm out here on my walk here. As you can see, it is snowing. Trying to get my walk on. I'm slowly getting back into my previous Adonis shape, but you gotta start somewhere. So start with walking. So while I'm out here, I wanted to kill two birds with one stone, get my walk on, but also get this video on because it takes so long to get the videos uploaded. So let's hop right into it. Today's lesson: sprinkle magic dust on everyone. I think that's what it said when I read it today. This one is pretty interesting. It's something that I think I naturally practice because it was something my mom taught me. My mom she's a wonderful person, great person. And she taught me a lot of things about gratitude, and I didn't realize it at the time. And that was being grateful and recognizing people for the services that they may give to you. I always find it, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I went to this faux restaurant I go to every once in a while, and the guy that owns the store, or the manager, first thing I walked in, he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Welcome." And it made me feel so good to hear him say that. Like I really don't know this guy. I recognize him, but I don't really know him. And he took my order. I sat down. He's like, "Would you like a glass of ice water?" I said, "Sure." I sat down, and I think it seemed like 5 minutes later my order was ready and I was out the door, and I made a point to say thank you. I really appreciate how well you treat me. And he's like, "No problem." And the guy was very, very genuine, very nice guy. And the reason I tell you that story is that many times you go out to a restaurant somewhere, and sometimes the waiter or waitress, they may mess up your order, and instead of taking it out on them, they might be going through something. And then I have to admit, there's always a limit. So I don't want you to take this as you're supposed to lay over for somebody that's being very cruel to you. But in this instance, even when I'm getting bad service, I'm thankful for those moments, people that provide service. And whether it's a waitress, whether I go to a cleaner somewhere, or it's just something very simple. And I think many times we take this for granted, and just something to think about. So give me a second. I'm losing my breath here because I'm probably can't tell. I'm walking up a hill and I'm trying to talk. I'm not doing the talking that very well. So your job today is to find 10 people that provide services to you. 10 people that, actually give me a second here. Sorry about that. Having some technical difficulties there. So, your job today is to find 10 people and to make it a point to tell them thank you, and maybe add, a thing or two why. And I always found it's a very powerful thing when you tell somebody why you're grateful, why you're thankful for something that they did. Because first off, it shows that you're paying attention to detail, and then second off, it just shows that you really care. So do that today. Choose 10 people. As I wave. Choose 10 people that provide services for you, and you may not have the opportunity to say thank you as you wanted to. You know, you might be able to go back at a later time, or you may be able to say in your mind, you know, thank you for this guy or this gal at the coffee shop that makes my coffee every morning. I come in right before work, and say something nice. You know, spread the love. You know, it's such a powerful thing. You just never know. And another reason why I do this is that I know there have been times where I've been working my butt off, and just that one word, that one saying. Oh, comes the truck. Give me a second. That one word or thing got me through the day. You know, someone said something that was just so powerful. It was just like, man, I need it. You just don't know. I was on my last string, and what you said really got me through this tough point. You know, I've had friends. I had one friend in particular was going through something very, very significant, and you know, I just stopped off and said some. I didn't know she was going through some things, but you know, I said some things that, you know, just to be uplifting, and it had such an impact on her. She came back to me later on just to let me know. You know, I was the only person that, you know, went out of their way to say something positive. And I was like, man, you know, in a way it's kind of messed up, because, you know, if we sprinkle the magic, as it says in this chapter, and the impact that you have on people, you just don't realize, you know, how much better this world could be sprinkling your magic. And then when you receive it, you know, someone tells you something good, it works both ways. You tell them, you say, you know what, I was really going through this hard time, and I really remember you helping me through this time. And I remember, I used to be in the military, and I had my last few months in the military, I went through some things with my leadership, and I had this one officer. He was just so supportive. He was just like, you know what, you're about to retire, don't worry about it. And I saw him about 4 or 5 months later. Give me a second, I'm gonna get off the road here, give me a second. As this car goes by, this truck goes by. And he said some very significant things. And actually, I saw him at a funeral, and you know, it was unfortunate circumstances. And I made it a point to go and to talk to him, tell him, say, you know what, that was what I really needed. I needed, you know, you saying those reassuring things for me as I was going through those moments. And I could see the look on his face. He was just like, wow, thanks. You know, thanks for recognizing. You know, I mean, I don't think he necessarily needed it. And also, his wife, I know another thing, his wife is right. She was standing right next to him, and I can see the look on her face. It was just like, you know, I married the right guy. This is why I married this guy. So, something to think about. So, sorry for all the pauses in the video here. But as always, I always try to do this in one take. So, if I start babbling and not making any sense, it's because I'm trying to talk off the top of my head here. So, with that, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a good day. This is day 10, practice of gratitude. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your friends, and let me know your comments on your journey with gratitude. And with that, I look forward to seeing you. Talk to you later. Peace.